Shohei Ohtani, better than Babe. Oh, he is, right? You know that, right?
This guy just put Shohei Ohtani in the same breath as the greatest baseball legend of all time. But he didn't stop there. He took it a notch higher and said something that honestly most baseball fans and analysts alike would completely agree with. Shohei Ohtani would flat out destroy Babe Ruth in a head-to-head matchup. But hey, that's a debate for another day. Right now, what we want to talk about is why Ohtani is on a whole different level. Actually, no, scratch that. What we really want to talk about is why Shohei Ohtani is the greatest baseball player ever to walk the face of God's green earth. Because he is. And this goes without question because even MLB legends agree. In fact, we're taking it right out of their mouths.
He's the fastest, he hits the ball the hardest, he throws the ball the hardest, like he's playing Little League out there. He's the best player to ever play.
So, without wasting any time, let's get right into it. Shohei Ohtani first caught the attention of the baseball world back in 2012 with a bold move that had everyone talking. He signed with a local team in Japan, but with one unique condition. He wanted to be a two-way player, pitching and hitting at the same time. This decision wasn't just unusual, it was almost unheard of, and it sent the media into a frenzy for all the right reasons. You see, very few players have ever excelled as both a pitcher and a hitter, with the most successful being the legendary Babe Ruth. So when Ohtani declared he was going to do both, it raised more than a few eyebrows. Naturally, people were curious as to whether Shohei could really pull it off. In Japan, Ohtani had already shown flashes of brilliance, so the baseball world was eager to see how his talent would translate to the MLB. And when he finally made his way to the league, he made jaws drop. Now, instead of taking the usual route through the MLB draft, Ohtani had to navigate his way through the posting system, a process that allows Japanese players to negotiate directly with MLB teams. Once the fighters posted him, it was game on. MLB teams scrambled to submit their sealed bids, each hoping to land this rare talent. I mean, with his hitting and pitching portfolio at the time, the guy was already getting mentioned in the same conversations as Babe Ruth, which by the way was insane because he wasn't even in the MLB yet. Anyway, in the end, the Angels came out on top with a $20 million bid, and the rest, as they say, is history. In his rookie season alone, Ohtani became the first player in nearly 100 years to dominate both as a pitcher and a hitter. That year, he also snagged the American League Rookie of the Year title, leaving the other top rookies in the rearview mirror. On the mound, Ohtani brought the heat with a fastball that regularly hit triple digits, along with a splitter and slider that had batters swinging at air. Despite an elbow injury that eventually required Tommy John surgery, he still posted an impressive 3.31 ERA and struck out 63 batters in just over 51 innings. And if that wasn't enough, Ohtani crushed it on the plate too. He smashed 22 home runs and wrapped up the season with a 285 batting average. What's even crazier, he became the only second player in MLB history after Babe Ruth to make at least 10 pitching appearances and hit 20 home runs in the same season. With performances like that, it didn't take long for baseball analysts to start making the inevitable comparisons to Babe Ruth.
Shohei Ohtani, in case you're unfamiliar with him, that's right, the modern-day Babe Ruth, as they're calling him. He got a win on the mound on Sunday. He homered in his Angels debut at home yesterday, and then today, Frank, 2 more hits. He's got a hit off the closer, Cody Allen. He hits a home run off of Kluber, dead central.
How difficult it is to hit at this level and also to pitch and be able to dominate. It is something like I've never seen.
After undergoing Tommy John surgery in 2018, Ohtani was unable to pitch during the 2019 season. Despite this setback, Ohtani showcased his prowess as a hitter, putting up an impressive 286, 343, 505 slash line with 18 home runs and 62 RBIs in just 106 games. 2020 wasn't such a great year, but let's blame that on COVID and maybe the fact that Shohei still hadn't fully healed from his surgery. However, when Ohtani returned to the field in 2021, it was a total shutdown. At the plate, he smashed 46 home runs, showcasing an insane raw power that sent balls into the stratosphere. Ohtani also brought speed and agility to the bases, swiping 26 bases throughout the season. His ability to combine these skills made him a unique threat in the lineup with the consistency that drove in 100 runs for the Los Angeles Angels and kept fans and the entire MLB in awe.
But what we're witnessing, please.
On the mound, Ohtani proved that his arm was just as incredible as his bat. Coming off Tommy John surgery, many questioned whether he could return to the same level of pitching dominance. Ohtani answered those doubts by posting a 9-2 record with a 3.18 ERA. His pitching arsenal, particularly his fastball and splitter, left batters flailing. He also struck out an insane 156 hitters in just 23 starts. Now, this is where the comparison with Babe Ruth really got intense. That year, Ohtani became the first player since 1931 to excel as both a hitter and a pitcher in the same season. Even Ruth couldn't sustain being a great hitter and pitcher at the same time. So it wasn't surprising when Ohtani was crowned the American League MVP of the year.
Shohei Ohtani wins the AL MVP, the 19th unanimous first place finisher for AL MVP. A two-way sensation, an unbelievable historic season. You can completely understand why he got the votes that he did.
By the end of the 2021 season, Ohtani had smashed 46 home runs while dominating on the mound. He was in the running for the Cy Young Award and walked away with every major accolade: MLB Player of the Year, AL MVP, and Special Historic Achievement Award from the MLB Commissioner. Over the next few years, Ohtani didn't just live up to the hype, he completely shattered it. In 2021, he proved his worth with the combined WAR of 9.2, and the 2023 season? Absolute fireworks, batting .304 with 44 home runs and 95 RBIs. Ohtani snagged his second AL MVP award. His all-around dominance left him just shy of a historic third consecutive MVP title. And in 2024, Ohtani showed no signs of slowing down. He blasted pitches with an average exit velocity of 95.3 miles per hour and crushed the competition with a 58.4% hard hit rate, and bagged his fourth straight Best MLB Player award at the ESPYs. Now, with all this awesomeness, Ohtani has had the sports legends raving about how insane his talent is.
Shohei Ohtani did something, Sean, that it blew me away, had never happened before. He obviously has a lot of firsts. He's Shohei Ohtani. But for the very first time in his career last night, he homered on a 3-0 pitch, which is just bonkers to me.
But apart from just blowing minds away with his insane performance, what actually makes Shohei so damn good? Well, let's hear it from the greatest of the greats.
Shohei Ohtani has multiple pitches that rank among the very best in the game. I want to show you the numbers here. Horizontal movement on the slider, best in baseball.
This guy is right. As a pitcher, Ohtani is unbelievable. Being a starting pitcher and a home run slugger at the same time is almost impossible, but Ohtani is pulling it off like it's no big deal. We've seen pitchers become decent hitters and vice versa, but what Ohtani is doing? That's something else entirely. Like we said earlier, even Babe Ruth couldn't keep up the dual role. By 1918 and 1919, Ruth's pitching was already on the decline. His strikeouts were down and his walks were creeping up. He couldn't keep pitching and hit like he did in the 1920s. Ohtani, on the other hand, has dominated both on the mound and at the plate consistently. Even though he has had to take a few breaks in between, it doesn't make his game any less exceptional. As Astros manager Dusty Baker puts it,
he's the most incredible athlete I've ever seen in baseball. I've seen some great players, but I mean none that can both, run like the wind, throw 100 miles an hour, and hit as well as anybody in the game.
And honestly, it could have been said better. Anyone who's watched Ohtani play, faced off against him, or even shared the same dugout as him has had their jaws drop at least once. Take Phillies outfielder Nick Castellanos, for example. He remembered hearing veterans talk about how they didn't think Ohtani's body could handle the grind of being both an everyday hitter and a starting pitcher. But now, even those doubters are tipping their hats to him for proving them wrong. Nationals pitcher Josiah Gray couldn't help but express his awe, saying, "You're like, man, this is the big leagues, how's he going to do it?" But ever so surely, each year he got better and better at both. And that's exactly how we feel about Ohtani too. And honestly, we're all just sitting on the edge of our seats, waiting to see what kind of madness he's going to pull off next season. But enough from us, what do you think? Let us know in the comments why you think Shohei Ohtani is on a whole different level.